Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura of Laura Plans It, and today I am unboxing the new July 2020 pens from VillaBeautifful. Okay, so if you've followed me for the last year and a half since I've opened my channel and started on YouTube, you know that my absolute favorite pen is the VillaBeautifful pen. And this month's release, which goes with the Serenity kit, oh my goodness, this might be my all-time favorite release. The colors are spot on, the neutrals are there. There's so many things to love about this. Now, I have not seen these in person. I have seen pictures of them online, pretty much everywhere. I am so excited, so I'm gonna open these up and I will share with you each pen, its name, and why I love it. Okay, so this is everything that came inside my order, and I am really pumped about these. Now, some of these are a little bit darker than I thought they were going to be based on the picture here, but I'm still absolutely in love with them. First thing I want to point out is that, of course, every pen comes with an extra ink refill. Now, the reason they do this is so that if there is something, they don't open and test the refills. You can see that they are sealed closed. So the reason they do this is, God forbid anything be wrong with the ink in here, you've got an extra. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extras right here. And I'll tell you what, I have very rarely, if ever, had to use I've never had to use an extra one because something was wrong with the ink inside. I have run out of ink, or I've used my pen somewhere I probably shouldn't have and it started making the ink skip, so I've replaced. I literally have a bucket filled with these refills. I don't need this many. I love that they include them though, especially when you're first getting started. It's nice to have an extra refill. So let's just start with whatever's on top here. Now, I did order 2 of these designs. I'm gonna hold them off to the side. I'm kind of make this a little bit less messy than it is. So let's start with the first one here, and I think this one is Coco. Oh, I will tell you, they all come with these cute little insert cards that say thank you on them. And it does list the pens, this order of the pens on the side here. So I'm using that to kind of let me know which pen is which. I think this one though is Coco. It is. So this is Coco. It's a nice brown type color. I don't have the, hang on one second here. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I had the right colors listed for you. So this is a chocolate matte brown for the finish, the paint color. The hardware is black, and the crystals are golden brown. There are no sequins inside here, so it's just the crystals with the brown. Very neutral. I love that. This to me is a very fall color pen. Obviously you can see the black hardware goes all the way down, so that's really cool. And again, with that ink being completely sealed off to make sure that it doesn't dry out if you're not using it right away. So that one's Coco. I love this. I did actually, honestly, of all the pens, I thought this was gonna be my least favorite, but it's really nice. The next one here, this one is called Noir. And let me go ahead and open that up for you as well. Now, I did buy 2 of this one, and I will explain why at the end of the video. This pen is a glossy black with black hardware and black crystals. So it is all black. I think that is fantastic. Again, with the black hardware all the way through. I mean, talk about neutral. I mean, it's black. It's as neutral as it's gonna get. And what's really cool about this one is I think this whole release, honestly, I think has a lot of masculine tones to it, which is great for those guys that wanna use VillaBeautifful and maybe aren't really into the hot pinks. Which honestly, I'm not a guy, but I don't care for hot pink either. So love that. I'm gonna leave this one in its box, and I'm gonna move on to the next one, which was another one I bought 2 of, and one of my absolute most excited pens for this release. Now, this one is called Monstera. It is a matte green paint. It's actually called Leaves Green. It's got the black hardware again and black crystals. So very similar to the Noir. It just has different color paint on the outside. But I love this matte green, this leaf green with the matte coloring. I am crazy in love with this pen. I really want to find a ring bound planner that's got this black and green coloring to it as well. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for that for a while, but that one's one of the ones that I was most excited for. I absolutely love that green color. Now this one is called Obsidian, and it is, let's see here, let's get this open. It's called Dark Matte Concrete Gray. It has the gunmetal chrome hardware, which I love that. That actually is my favorite hardware so far, is this like gunmetal chrome coloring. It is, it has iridescent topaz is what this is called for these crystals. And the iridescent crystals are actually some of my favorite ones. I love that it kind of gives it a little bit, I almost think it like adds a feminine touch to the neutrals. This is a very neutral pen. And for those of you who are really into the pens, this is very similar to the, I think it's called Slay It or something like that. The one from the, what was it called? The Advent Calendar in December. I think these are similar, if not the same crystals. If you liked that pen and couldn't get it, this, as soon as I opened it, I said, wow, did they have an extra somewhere? So I think this is actually a really close representation. It's not the same, but it's close. But that one is beautiful. All right, the last pen here in the new releases is called Sand Dollar. Go ahead and get that out for you. And this one is a Seashell Pink. It's matte, like a seashell pink. It's very beigey, okay? This is a great, I guess you could call it a pink neutral, but a warm neutral, whereas the gray is a great cool neutral. Actually, even that one's kind of a warm neutral. But this one is the Seashell. It is gunmetal chrome with the nude beige crystals inside. And I love this too. I love all of these. These are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so these are all of the pens, the new releases. And I truly love all of them. I think honestly, my least favorite would be I guess Coco, this darker brown one. I'm not a huge fan of brown. And I couldn't even tell you which one is my favorite. I like all of them so much. So I'm gonna hold them all up here so you can get a little bit of a closer view. I'm obviously not doing very well at this. It's super hot in my house right now. It's super hot in our neighborhood right now. And so, especially being up here recording, everything is just hot and miserable. So it's hard to hold stuff, sorry about that. But I am loving all of these. I think that the Sand Dollar one here will wind up being a very popular one for me. I mean, my favorite one so far has been Gelato. And this is, I think Sand Dollar is going to beat Gelato by quite a bit because it is much more neutral and it doesn't have those pinks and peaches in it. So absolutely, absolutely love that. I love the comparison there. Now, I did mention before that I bought 2 of the Monstera one and 2 of the Noir one. The reason I did that is because if you actually look at these, to me, and honestly, I wish that I had seen Coco first because this one would fit as well. These work very well with military uniforms. And my husband being active duty, I see the uniforms all the time. Like I said, the Coco, honestly, looking at it now, these would work really well. I know a lot of women particularly who work in the military, and I thought that these would be really great gifts for them in particular. So I picked up a couple extras. I think Coco might be sold out actually, so I probably won't be able to pick up an extra one of those. I'm just trying to check now. Coco and Monstera are sold out. Noir is not. Obsidian is sold out, but Sand Dollar's not. So Obsidian, let's see. These 2 are the only ones you can continue to buy at this moment. Sometimes she releases extras if there are extras. These are the ones that are sold out. I'm not surprised by that at all. So again, I picked these up. They go very well with the current camouflage uniforms for the military. I think that they would make really great gifts for some of my friends that work there, and they wouldn't be obtrusive by any means. So I did want to have a couple extras. I love to surprise my friends with gifts, and the VillaBeautifful pens are a really like small but thoughtful way to do that. And so VillaBeautifful pens wind up being gifts all the time. I actually have an entire drawer of unwrapped, like unboxed pens that I share as gifts for anybody who just, I feel like, needs a little pick-me-up, and honest to goodness, it works every time. So anyways, I hope you liked this pen video. If you do, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more unboxings of all my VillaBeautifful orders, please definitely hit subscribe, and don't forget to tap that bell that turns on notifications so you're always alerted when a new video comes out. And as always, for behind the scenes, sneak peeks, and what I'm working on right now, head on over to my Instagram at LauraPlansIt. Thanks so much for watching.